Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Leach, and I am NFCYM's Director of Strategy and Formation. Today, I'd like to welcome Donna Sologer, the campus minister at Shrine of the Little Flower Catholic High School in Royal Oak, Michigan. The National Catholic Youth Conference is not just a conference for parish youth groups. It's something more than that, a way for all of us who minister to young people to accompany them while they encounter Jesus Christ, which is why I'm so thankful that Donna has agreed to speak with us today, because her high school has embraced NCYC for the last couple of years. So welcome, Donna. And I'm hoping you could share with us a little bit is how has Shrine High School been involved in NCYC?
Well, hi, Chris. So nice to see you. Well, we have gotten really involved. It's really funny. It actually started through the youth ministry at the church, but the high school actually took it on, and that's where it really started to explode, and why we take like 1 and 2 buses sometimes of people. So our groups have the kids have just embraced that opportunity to go a little bit further away, get that experience. And really so many of the aspects of the NCYC they look forward to, but they like doing it with their school. And now it's been really nice because the youth group is growing and there's a larger number of kids from other Catholic schools and public schools coming, and the kids are meeting them. But one of the things they really enjoy about it is doing it with their classmates. They enjoy getting this experience with classmates who they're with every single day.
That's awesome. Do you bring a specific grade, or is it open to all the students in the school?
It is open to all the students. 9 through 12 is welcome to come. And actually, we almost have to limit by first come, first serve some years. And also with our parents, we get just as many adults trying to volunteer that sometimes to give the kids room, we have to back them off a little bit. But they really—
I totally understand that. Yeah. So
amazing.
You said you guys have come like 5 or 6 NCYCs now over the years. What fruits have you been seeing like in the school community because your students have been participating?
Well, some of the things that I've noticed is that the kids, part of it is that it helps them to build a greater community, and even between the grades. So maybe you're a freshman that doesn't really know many of the juniors or seniors, and those kids that typically go are really good about inviting those kids to be in the groups. And the groups that were split up, we kind of had them this year, for example, this past year was more like if you had sophomores, you had sophomores and juniors, but on the bus, the kids are sitting together, they're getting to know each other. So it helps to build community between the grades because it gives them a place to actually, that's okay to do that.
Yeah.
It builds some relationships with other adults. Like as a campus minister, I'm not in a classroom every day with the kids. And so sometimes, except for retreats or something, I don't get a lot of one-on-one time with small groups of kids. And so getting to be a group leader while on the retreat really gets the time for them to build, but so do all these parents going, and some of our teachers. Our theology teachers go, and some of our other teachers who are also parents. So they get to know those people outside of school a little better. And so that just builds that, again, we're witnessing our faith. And so they're getting to see us as adults outside of our roles as well. And it just is.
I imagine it helps to see the values and some of the Catholic identity that you have in the school, then acted out like nationally or like by seeing other kids. Do you find that as well?
Well, I do. I have some phenomenal kids. And what I found, one kid who actually, he was kind of my idol. We would, you know how you walk along the sidewalk there, and there's usually some people needing a hand up or something. And I swear, every time I swear I'm going to give it to him, or I have my food ready, something stuck in my backpack or my hand, and then I'm being swept up. This young guy and other kids noticed it, and he doesn't say anything. He doesn't act it out. He's just kind of normally a goofy, kind of really nice kid. And he would stop every time and talk, ask their names, and give them money. More kids noticed that.
Yeah.
So that's one of the very values we try to do, right, in service. And so he was living it right there in what
I
he
love
should
that.
be doing as a good Christian and a good Catholic.
And I have to
So,
imagine it's a way also to reinforce, like some of the keynotes and breakouts probably reinforce what you're teaching in school.
oh
Um,
yeah, the kids, like some of the, oh, what was it they had 2 years ago was one on what was it like to be a guy or what was it like to be a girl? And they were blown away by some of the talk. And then they were at the back of the, like where all the risers were near the doors. And I wasn't in that particular talk. Some other one of the adults told me they got together, the kids did, and offered prayer.
that's awesome.
Or I was walking one day by myself, and I was feeling kind of out of sorts, and I didn't know, and I was praying to God, where should I go? I don't know where I should be going right now, Lord. 2 seconds later, a group of my girls who just graduated this year they behind me, and I hear, Miss Saloger, do you know where confession is going on? And I'm like, okay, God, we're all going to confession right now. We're going to reconciliation. And so I told him, you're an answer to my prayer. God just answered my prayer by you. And so we had a nice talk going up the escalator and walking and being in the line to reconciliation. But then we all went over and did adoration. So yeah, it was constant, reinforcement of the things that we're hoping they're doing on their own. And I saw witness to that.
Last week I had the opportunity to talk to some diocesan directors about how this was a pilgrimage experience too, going to an NCYC. Like, what do you do to help prepare the kids so they're open to that kind of stuff when they get to NCYC?
Yes. And I would say it's a good analogy because it's not always convenient. It's not always comfortable. You have to wait, things roll, but you have to find the joy in the obstacles. And that's one of the parts of when I do prepare kids is that you should have meetings with them. You should be praying together, different forms, just so they start to get comfortable with that. They should be having small group discussions. Like there's a lot of great videos, some from NCYC or topics, getting your adults there as well. And just reiterating to them what this experience means. If you have some that have gone before, having them speak to the kids about what did they get out of it, so that it hypes the kids and gets them excited for more than just the music, which a lot of the younger ones, that's, they were excited about some of the music, and that's, you take them wherever they're at, but you try to start practicing a little bit of the things that are about to happen and help walk them through so they understand. Sometimes you're going to be waiting a long time and maybe you're going to be hungry. Sometimes, you're not. One year when 2 NCYCs ago, with security, we went in a different way hoping to get in, and we're a large group. Like I said, they didn't have that much security to work. We missed half the concert. And it was one they were really looking for. But I mean, those just happen, but you still have to help them see that all the goodness that comes out
of that experience. Yeah.
Yes.
And we know bringing, for anyone bringing a group that can be a complicated process. There's lots of,
Yes.
paperwork and coordinating schedules and all that kind of stuff. And we think at NCYC Long Beach, it's kind of opening the door for a lot more schools, a lot newer parishes to come to NCYC. So I'm just curious, if I was a leader of a school or a campus minister considering going to NCYC for the first time, what kind of advice would you have to share with them?
Sometimes we're afraid to do something because we don't think there's enough interest, that maybe it's only 1 or 2. And our group, like I told you, takes 100 people. When they went, the first year that the first youth minister took our group, it was before my time there, they took 2 people.
Okay.
And in 5 or 6 now, we take 100 people, and we have for the last few years. So let them have a good experience. Start somewhere. Don't be intimidated by the numbers, and they will be your best advertisement when you come back, because they're going to be excited if they had a good experience, and they're going to tell the other kids, oh man, you've got to go next time because this is that's going to be in Indianapolis, or it's going to be here. And they were wearing crazy hats and fun. And, they're going to tell them the things that really stuck out in their head. when we always eval our kids, do an evaluation with them on the different things they liked, we kind of end up doing, try to break down each day. And I would also encourage people to do that with the kids, because it's an awful lot and you'll lose it if you don't do it at each evening for just even a few minutes. But the kids absolutely, and what they told the other kids about was how amazing adoration in that big stadium is.
Yeah.
That's number one. Their favorite thing is how amazing and how kids respond. And that it's the whole universal church to them at that moment. And they really get to see, what is it going to be like? What does this look like? And they were blown away, and they absolutely look forward to that opportunity of adoration.
And being there. That is awesome. Well, Donna, thank you so much for talking to us today. And hopefully this does encourage someone out there to bring their school and to experience some of those same blessings. So for those of you who are watching, the 2022 National Catholic Youth Conference is taking place November 10th through 12th in beautiful Long Beach, California. There are many ways to bring a group to NCYC. The first is to join it with a diocesan delegation if your youth ministry office is coordinating one. The second is to purchase NCYC tickets as a parish or as a school and attend on your own. And you can learn more at ncyc.us.